This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, joined by, come here, Skittles. Everybody likes to see ya. Come on, stop sleeping, quit resisting.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
You hear that, Skittles? Says you're a sweetheart. Now tell her about you not paying rent.
Oh no.
Tell her about me having to do it all, and you're freeloading. You're not even cleaning the apartment. I saw a bug go across the floor. You just stared at it. You're supposed to be on guard. And those mice over there, those are toys. They don't come in green and purple. Skittles, this is a cackle queen.
Hi, Skittles.
See, Skittles? Skittles is like, jeepers, you're using me for hits. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Yeah, I embarrassed them. I've had guests say they love it when I get my cat.
Yeah, it's always great, when you have a cat walk through or somebody's dog's, and then it's real, it's live.
Yeah. Well, folks, now the Skittles has left the scene. He will lick those wounds over there. I give you my lovely special guest here on the end of March 31st, 2022. Folks, I give you the absolutely beautiful, the cackle queen herself, from Secret Santa, Debra Sullivan. How do you do, Debra Sullivan?
I'm great, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing great now that I'm talking to you.
You're so sweet.
Yeah. I love that green background back there. What's Adam doing?
Adam is out taking a walk while he answers 7 different phone calls before he gets back here, where we have to get on another phone call. So it's crazy time here at these Marcus Sullivan Marcus household. Yeah.
He should be answering my 7 times 7 phone calls. I leave him messages every so often,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a bunch of got a lot of balls in the air right now between projects and his acting classes, and now he's doing artwork as well. So he's a really busy man.
Yeah, I'm like, jeepers. He's got that sketch of Snake Plissken on there, and I'm like, come on, Adam. How about switch out Snake Plissken for Uncle Carter? How about Uncle Carter escaping New York?
Well, because someone asked him for that. So.
Oh, come on, excuses. Excuses.
Yeah. I wanted Snake Plissken.
Yeah.
But then again, who doesn't want Snake Plissken?
I'm the Python, so sure. I got escaped from New York here. I've had Adrienne Barbeau has been on here.
Oh,
way back.
A lovely lady.
Yeah, I had her on here, and I think, oh gee, I don't know whether Dick Warlock, Ted White did stunts in that movie. I don't know.
That was a while ago.
It was a while ago. I know I've interviewed both of those individuals. Don't know where that surfaced up there, somewhere or other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not just speaking of, Escape from New York, but the other day when they were like, and it's the 50th anniversary of The Godfather, I was like, what? How?
You know who else is on their 50th?
Who? I don't know who.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Halloween? No. I don't know. I'm horrible at dates. Oh, you're on your 50th. Well, happy birthday.
July, I'm going to be 50.
Oh, so you're not there yet. You're not there. Don't push it. Right now, still 49.
My birthday was the same dates, same year for The Godfather, Cabaret, What's Up Doc, Fritz the Cat, Pink Flamingos, Behind the Green Door, Deep Throat. Boy, we're getting into some very dark territory. Last House on the
Yes,
Left. Yes. Strange stuff coming out then, But I gotta say, I'm looking forward to turning 50 because I'm kind of, oh gee, Nancy McLaughlin's calling me.
Oh, well, do you need to take
Nope,
it?
nope, that's okay. I'll call her back. She knows. She knows. I'm gonna put my phone in flight. But yeah, Nancy and I talk quite a bit, so she is a
Oh, nice.
lovely, lovely, lovely soul. Thought I heard something. There we go. Speaking of Nancy, this is one thing that she sent me. She sent me this, and I love it.
Oh, wow. Look
Yeah.
at that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Nancy and I talk quite a bit, so we haven't talked for a while. I think she wanted to know how the new job, because the night before I got the phone call for the new job,
Mhm.
I was talking to Nancy on the phone, and
Oh,
and Nancy said that she would pray about my situation. I guess
very
she
nice.
did, because she and I are both part of the same faith.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I said to her, I said, you must have worked.
Oh,
So
good.
Nancy's always had my back. She's always been wonderful. So love her very much. Actually, when I met CJ Graham at Frightmare in the Falls last year, I haven't had him on here. I got to get him on, but I called Nancy first,
Mhm.
and she answered, and I said, Nancy, you want me to put you on the phone with CJ Graham? She said, sure. I walked up to CJ and I said, before we talk, before I buy anything or get anything signed, somebody wants to criticize your roadside etiquette.
Oh my God.
They chatted for about 5 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh
Were
yeah,
you at a con?
Frightmare in the Falls. That was last October.
Fall? Last fall?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I've got Lisa Langlois booked there this fall, and she's the one that got me to my first con, because had she not invited me
Mhm.
back in 2017, I'd probably just be stuck here just doing my regular show.
No. Well, see, look at that. You're just expanding your horizons. New
Yep.
jobs, new cons, maybe a new town. It's very exciting.
And I've got involved with 13 Fanboy. I'm cameoed in 9 James Balsamo movies,
Wow.
being watched on a TV, because all I had to do was shoot my stuff here.
Oh, that's great. That makes it nice and easy.
Well, I got a movie here called It Wants Blood, directed by James Balsamo. I'm being watched on a television twice by Eric Roberts.
Oh, wow.
I never met the guy. I've been scenes with him.
That's the way it works out sometimes. You don't get to meet some of the people you work with, and then you watch it and you're like, oh, look, I'm in the same scene as that person. Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's worked out pretty well. And I had let me see. And of course I'm involved with Hearts of Darkness.
Yes, and thank you
And
very much. We really appreciate it.
I'm glad you guys really appreciate it. I got some posters here and stuff, which I don't have dug out here because Kitty's got everything occupied. Yes, Skittles, I'm talking to you again. But nonetheless, yeah, I'm just here temporarily until I get things sorted. So I'm just in this little small apartment. Yeah.
You have a
Until
roof over your head. That's more than some people have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Adam have any cats?
We did years ago. We had actually a cat that looked a lot like Skittles. He was a black and white tuxedo cat. And this is when our daughter was still living at home, and he just kept getting bigger and bigger, not necessarily fatter, but bigger. And we realized that we were feeding him and our daughter was feeding him. And he was so big, he weighed 30 pounds, and he could literally come up to your, if he stretched his paws out all the way, he could come up to your waist. And people would walk into our house who'd never seen him before, and they'd walk in and go, oh my God, that's a big cat. He used to scare the heck out of people. But now we had Max for 13 years, and then he got sick. And then a couple years later, we got our dogs. And unfortunately,
You lost one not long
we lost
ago.
one, Dodger. Yeah, he was 16. So, I mean, that's a blessing. And Ollie's 13, and he's still as crazy as always. He's a Chihuahua mix, and it's actually just his house. He just lets us stay here. But
Well, my cat likes to, well, I'll be sleeping and I'll be awake enough I can feel the thud on the bed. It's always behind me. If I'm on my side, it's behind me. He'll jump over my shins and he'll make his way up and he'll stare me right in the face. And I'm like, Skittles, your wake up time and my wake up time are different things.
Yes, Oliver is, when he decides he wants us up, he will walk up to the front of the bed where we are, and he'll always go pop, 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 and just keep smacking you until you go, all right, you're awake. I get it. You want to go out. Let's go.
Who does he go after more?
Well, since I'm the one who usually lets him out in the morning to do his business, he usually wakes me up more. Although this morning he'd already gone out and he'd had a little bit of his breakfast, and he got back in bed with us, and Adam was still asleep because he was up late writing. And Max, Ollie decided that Adam should wake up. So he just started licking his entire face. And I was like, what? I'm sleeping. And he's like, I don't care, Dad. Get up. He's very demanding.
I know what Adam was writing. I know exactly what screenplay he's writing.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
And what would that be?
Because me and Curtis Fortier were talking about it. We were talking about the Uncle Carter with lesbians in Paris screenplay.
Okay.
Remember that line in Secret Santa? It goes,
yes.
Going to Paris? There's lesbians? I said to Adam, there's a new movie, and Curtis is all for it. He said it's a movie. He said it's a movie where everybody wins.
Exactly. Yeah, I actually, now that you think about it, I could see Curtis in Paris with some lesbians, just having a good time.
I gotta say, I love this movie.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to us.
I showed this to my brother one Christmas. His wife went home to Nova Scotia to visit her family, and I showed this to my brother, and he loved it. Oh my goodness.
Was he shocked and horrified?
Oh, it was right up his alley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we loved it. He enjoyed it very, very much. I have now interviewed 6 people from this movie.
Wow.
I'm waiting on Ryan Seaton. I've been in talks with her because Curtis put me in touch with her and Will.
I know you talked to Will.
Oh, I had a great time talking to Will. Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
doll. He's doing a play right now in LA.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not answering any more doors.
Okay.
And I had you, and I had and Adam on, and I had the lovely, beautiful Michelle Renee Allaire. I had her on a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh, Tim Eilers I had on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Tim was quite taken. I liked his music in it, but yeah, I did.
He did a great job with the music. He really
Yeah.
did. That's the thing. I think, well, there's several things about Secret Santa. One of them is it's as much a comedy as it is a horror film. So what we get a lot is, oh, I don't like horror films. I just can't watch it. And then they watch it and go, oh, but I loved that. So we have dubbed it the horror film for people who hate horror films.
And I'm in talks with Pat, or not, who is it?
Pat Destro?
No, not Pat Destro. I'd love to get Pat Destro on. Yes. Who was it? I'm in touch? Peppy.
Oh, Pippi.
Oh my
Pippi,
goodness.
yes.
Oh my goodness. I laugh at her doing her little thing at the vehicle. I like
Pippi
it.
is amazing. She's
Oh.
very funny. Very funny.
I've made connection with her on Instagram, and she is somebody that Curtis also reached out to on my behalf. And yeah, I'd like to get a lot more people from this on, so I can get more people to see it.
I see Pippi every Tuesday night in class, so I'll put in a good word for you. How's that?
Does she have class?
She has a lot of class.
That's what Rodney Dangerfield said to Sally Kellerman back to school. Well, why don't you contact me when you have no class? She playing a teacher.
Yeah, Pippi's great. She's well, first of all, she's like the nicest person in the world, but she just has, I don't know whether it's because she's Swedish or what, but she just has the most out there sense of humor, and she is just hysterical. She is so funny, and every time she brings a comedy scene into class, everybody just loses it.
You think that she is secretly related? You said Swedish, right?
Yes, she is Swedish.
Do you think, I have a theory,
Oh God.
and Adam Marcus might agree with this. He might.
You might.
Do you think she's related to the Swedish chef from the Muppets?
She might be. She might be. Some of her Swinglish is pretty Swedish chef. No.
And we sadly lost John Gilbert.
Yes, yeah. Poor Johnny G.
Yeah.
That's first of all, I mean, I don't know what you know about him. Amazing actor, been around forever, and he had been having problems which nobody knew about, and he kept it secret for years and years, and obviously it was affecting his memory, and he would do scenes in class, and he would just sort of like make up the lines when he couldn't remember them, but it was always brilliant. But then his scene partners would be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say, because that's not a line that's in the scene that I rehearsed. So, and he had just the most infectious laugh, wonderfully sweet, generous man, and he's sorely missed.
Yeah, I reached out to him. I never heard back, but I was sad to hear he go. I loved it when you guys are at the front door.
Yes.
Love was in the air.
Oh, yes. That's a lovely scene when I'm threatening to call the cops on him. Yeah. And then he pushed me off the porch. He literally pushed me off the porch on his way in. I don't think he was trying to, but as he went by me, he just kind of went like this. And I was like, whoa, I almost fell in the snow. And we kept it in. It was great.
Speaking of
That's the
snow,
thing. That's the thing about shooting Secret Santa. It was just a labor of love. Everybody was excited about it. We had such a great cast. We had such a great team. And it really was like a family. There wasn't anybody working on the film. Well, I shouldn't say that. There were maybe 2 people working on the film that weren't our people, who weren't involved in class or skeleton crew or anything like that. And we all just we had the best time. I have to say, and this is not a diss on any other acting job that I've ever had, but because it was ours and it was Skeleton Crew's first feature, it was the most fun I've had.
oh, it looks like it.
Yeah. Excuse me a second. I need to drink water.
Yeah.
It's spring and everything is blooming and my allergies.
That better not be punch.
Oh, I know enough not to drink the punch.
Yeah, I'm just getting over a sore throat, so I got lemon and honey in this, and I got a bottle of water here. But still showed up for work.
Yes, you did.
I did. I'm pretty good with that.
As long as you don't have COVID. Now, are you wearing masks at work?
Yeah.
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 Although I was at the theater tonight, and we don't have to wear masks out and around anymore.
No, neither do we. But honestly, one of the interesting facts, I won't say the good thing, but one of the interesting facts with the last 2 years was I did not have a cold. I did not get a flu. I did not get a sore throat. I mean, I was really healthy. And I know a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was wearing a mask. And today, even today, when I go into a grocery store or I go into Costco or anywhere where there's a lot of people, I still wear my mask because I can see people already are starting to get sick, not COVID sick, but they're getting colds and they're getting, whatever. And I just don't want to get sick.
I was in with COVID patients doing my cleaning. So I took the home test, whatever that thing is. And I used 3 of them. I used one last Friday night when I got home and I tested negative. I woke up the following day with a massive sore throat and a headache. I was like, oh my goodness, but I tested negative.
Good.
Sunday, I had no energy, but tested negative. But I mean, this is not any different from me. I get it every year. So if I can make it to work, I make it to work.
Yeah. And at least if you're wearing a mask at work, if you're coughing or something, you're not spreading your germs to anybody else.
No, they have to pay a fee for that.
Okay.
But nonetheless, love this film, had a lot of fun with it. There's a lot of great laughs in it and a lot of great lines. I love that one in particular you said to Leslie Keys, excuse me, where she's
Which one?
Oh wow, gee, what is it now? She mentions about the fact that when she was she says, when I'm drinking, I don't like what I've become. Well, you haven't had a drink yet, so what's your problem now? Excuse now, but being a bitch or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There are so many great lines in there. I mean, everybody, and that's the other great thing about the movie. Everybody has their moment. if not more. But I mean, they get the laughs, they get the whole thing. I mean, one of my favorite lines, which is just nothing really, but when Ryan stabs me and I say, why can't you at least do something with your hair, as I die? Because my character is just a horrible bitch till the very end. And I don't think I'm like that. So it's a lot of fun to play somebody like that.
Well, Adam is certainly a John Carpenter fan because I
Mhm.
noticed the Michael Myers setup scene in that movie.
That's
And
I
yeah,
was say that's the thing in all of Adam's movies. He has homages to his favorite movies, whether it's naming a character after somebody or, well, and Jason Goes to Hell, there's so many things. You got the Book of the Dead and you got all kinds of things. And that's just his way of paying tribute to the people that he really loved and admires when he was starting out and when he was a kid. And yeah, John Carpenter is one of his favorite directors. Actually, he's one of my favorite directors too.
well, it was a double whammy because, and unless I missed some, I know there's a reference to The Thing there with a comment that
Oh yeah.
Ryan Seaton has.
Oh yeah. I was like, I think she's tied to the chair.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? And he's like, yes, let's. And that line is one of my favorite lines of all time in The Thing. When they go through that whole thing and they test everybody's blood, and the one guy's just sitting there by himself. I don't want to spend the rest of the winter tied to this fucking chair. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, and of course Michelle Allaire. I'm not going to say her big scene, but she had a lot of scenes. I loved her big fist fight.
Oh, her fist fight is amazing.
Love that.
And well, yeah, her and Nate, I mean, again, we're all friends. We've all been working together for years. And she was just like so excited to do that scene. And when there's the reveal of her character, it just so makes sense, And I won't give away the reveal of her character, but
yeah, and she became the star. Star in quotes.
yes, she became the star.
Oh man, that was surprising. Yeah, I love this film. And I want to say more people need to see Secret Santa. I've done 6 interviews from this film. So like I've interviewed 6 people, many of them more than once.
Now, have you watched the documentary that's on there
Yes,
as well?
I have.
That, that's almost as entertaining as the movie.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed you guys did not make a snowman. Explain yourselves.
We didn't make a snowman. What do you mean?
You're supposed to be out there making a snowman.
No.
Yes.
No.
Supposed to be making
Who
a
has
snowman.
time to make a snowman?
You guys did. You guys had power out. You had cut them out and made a snowman.
We could have, but we were too busy. Oh my gosh.
Pippi would have loved it.
Yeah, she would have loved it. No, we were too busy trying to figure out how we were going to stay on schedule when we had no power for a day and a half. No power. And that was as long as we had to pre-produce everything. And I don't know if I'm sure Adam has shared this with you, but Pat and Bob's house obviously is beautiful. And they have a lovely carpet in the giant room and so we had to buy plastic and then other carpet to put on top of it because of all the blood. And, we don't want to ruin it. But we were trying to lay carpet with our cell phone lights and flashlights because they're literally That's the most snow they had in like 20 years. We barely made it up the mountain.
I heard.
Our car spun out in the middle of an intersection, but it spun out in slow motion. So it's Adam and I and the two dogs and our entire car filled with props and two turkeys. And I mean, and it's just going complete circle. Yeah, it was crazy. And then, you know, and Bob and Marcia got there before we did. So, and then several of our actors couldn't make it up the mountain until the next day. I mean, it was crazy, but my husband is such an amazing director that by day 3, we were ahead of schedule. So
Check it out, folks. Secret Santa. I would talk more Secret Santa, but we got other things to get to.
okay.
13 Fanboy. Of course, I'm a co-producer on it. My picture's in it. Somebody cut themselves shaving and blood all over it.
Well, there you go. You're infamous now.
I found out recently I put $3K into that movie, and I told Tracy Savage has been on here 3 times, and I said, because Tracy, she knows I had a big crush on her, and she's the reason I put that money into the movie.
Well, she's a lovely lady, by the way.
Yeah,
a lovely lady. I didn't actually work with her because we didn't have any scenes together, but I met her at the opening weekend, and she and her husband and Adam and I just spent like hours talking with each other, and she is lovely.
Yeah. She's been on here 3 times, and last time was on Zoom, so I got to see her.
Oh, there you go.
She loves the nice things I say to her.
Well, I think everybody likes nice things said to them.
Yeah, but anyway, I did a lot of footwear for that film, and I gotta say, I wish it had played here in Canada. Because
Yeah.
especially in Toronto, the week I was there, because I probably could have had people out to see that. So I don't think streaming was exactly the right way to see it.
Well, you know.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
2019. I've seen all the Friday the 13th a million times. Well, maybe not Jason X because it sucks, but anyway.
I have no comment.
But I got to see a midnight screening of Jason Lives in Toronto. I say about half the franchise, either on its premiere or at midnight screenings. But out of all of them, I had the most fun at Jason Lives. Because that was one of those films. Speaking of Nancy McLaughlin, I remember I had posted a comment about seeing this at a theater, and Nancy called me the next day when I was going to a Christmas party in Toronto, and I said, I was watching you last night. She goes, I know. I said, there was a lot of people addressing the American Express card scene, but people were really engaged with what Tom McLaughlin had done with that movie. It was the movie out of the franchise to see with an audience. It's the most rocky horror out of the bunch.
Yeah. Well, horror movies and comedies are always best seen with an audience.
Yeah.
Because if, like in a comedy, if somebody starts laughing, it's like, oh, it's okay, I can laugh too, and then it feeds on that. And the same thing with a horror film. If somebody jumps or screams, then there's just a whole communal feeling to that. So yes, I think all horror movies should probably be seen in a theater, but with the way the business is now and trying to get distribution, it's really difficult. It is really difficult for a small movie, for a small independent movie, to get a theatrical release at all. And if you do, it's going to get a very limited release, like,
Did you
10 major cities or something.
did you and Adam see X?
Adam went to see it today. I had so much work, I didn't.
I seen
So,
it 4 times.
4 times? Well, you must like it.
You want me to tell you? Number one, Jenna Ortega. I didn't know who she was last year. This year she does Scream, and she steals the movie from even the main returning cast. Then she's in Studio 666 with the Foo Fighters.
Wow.
And now she's an X. And I'm like, I like this girl. She's only 19 and she's making an impression.
Wow.
X was like Boogie Nights meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Wow.
It's set in 1979 and it looks like it came out then. Ty West did such a great job with it. I loved it. And Mia Goth, oh my goodness. I did not know she played dual roles in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Brittany Snow. I knew her from Pitch Perfect. She's got some scene. I gotta say, I had some fun with this movie.
Well, you must have if you saw it 4 times.
Yeah, I did.
I love Ty's movies. I think he has a unique voice, and similar to Adam's aesthetics, he likes to mix in comedy with his horror, which I think is a lot of fun.
I enjoyed X a lot. But getting back to 13 Fanboy, did you come into it when Tom Matthews left the project? Is that what happened there? What's the story there?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
Debra needed to fill some parts that she hadn't been able to fill yet. And so she called up Adam and said, hey, do you have any actors who would audition? And we were all like, yeah, I'll audition.
Yeah, Will was in it. I forgot about that.
So Will, Nigel, and I got cast as the cops in the movie. Right. Nigel, and what was fun was that I was the detective and they were the beat cops. So they had to do what I said. So I got to boss them around, which is a lot.
Well, you got to boss them around Secret Santa.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. So yeah, it was actually a split shoot. We went to New Mexico the first time and we shot all the stuff in the police station. And then when we came back later, when Dee had time, then we shot all the stuff with Dee. And yeah, I had a great time. I had a great time, but honestly, if I'm working, I'm happy. I'm on set and I'm having a good time and I'm doing what I love most in the whole world. So there have been very, very, very few times where I have had an acting job where I was just miserable.
Yeah, I can think of one right off the top of my head.
I did a film several years ago, and unfortunately it didn't get any distribution, but the story behind it was so beautiful. There is an actor, Marvin, and I can't think of his name right now. But I mean, you would know him if you saw him. He was the voice of Top Cat. I mean, but he was an older gentleman at this time, and he was not healthy, and he wanted to write and make a movie. And I got hired as Steve Guttenberg's wife. And I had no idea that Steve was in the film. So I walk in the first day for reading and I'm like, oh my God, I'm Steve Gutenberg's wife. And we had a great time. I think I hear my dog.
Yeah.
He talk about a lovely human being.
Mm-hmm.
So just so lovely. And the film was not great, but it was such a beautiful experience to be sharing it with Marvin, to help him fulfill his last dream before he passed away. I mean, those kind of things don't come along that often. So
No.
I've been pretty lucky to have really nice people that I've worked with. And like I said, if I'm on set, I'm happy.
Well, I've had Dee Wallace on here a couple times, and I
She's a
met her.
doll.
Yeah, I met her at Horrorama 2018, and she remembered me, which was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so I was delighted to have her on the show. You must have been quite enthralled to be sharing some scene with her.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you get to, you get to work with a legend, and I don't want to say that because the woman is still very young and has many, many, many years
She's
to make
39.
many, many. Yeah, she's 39, I think.
39, like you.
Like me.
That's right.
Yeah, 39.
That's right.
But she was very loving and very giving, and there wasn't any star attitude, and because who has time for that? Especially when you're making a low budget film, you are on a really tight schedule. It's not like a $200 million movie where you've got all the time in the world. And no, I mean, this is like, you got to do it, you got to get it right. It's got to be, you got 2 takes, maybe 3, you get your coverage and you're moving on. So it was wonderful to work with the caliber of people that I got to work with. And look, obviously working with Will and Nigel was secondhand because we worked together every week, in class. So yeah, but Dee was lovely. And what's real, I'm sure Will shared this with you, but he used to study acting with Dee.
Yes, he did mention that. Yep.
So it was a nice little reunion for the two of them. And yeah, and I'd never been to that part of New Mexico. It's beautiful there.
Neither have I.
Well, yes, but you're in Canada. It's a little bit further for you than it is for me.
Yeah.
I've been to Santa Fe because we shot our film Conspiracy there. And Santa Fe is gorgeous and it's beautiful, but it's very, I don't want to say deserty, but it's it's not lush. Whereas where we shot 13 Fanboy, it's like all pine trees, and you're up in the mountains. Caribou. We're not in Canada.
I heard, what was it? Was it caribou? What did they say was there?
Well,
We don't
deer.
have, I don't know. I don't remember. It's phasey, hazy and phasey.
Well, you're almost 50, so.
Yes. Yes. What was your impressions on working with Haley Greenbauer? I mean, this was quite something for her to have a lead. Well, yeah, technically it's, well, between her and Dee Wallace, they kind of share leads here.
Yeah, she's the ingenue.
Mhm.
Again, lovely girl, lovely to work with. Not her and Andrew, just dolls. And again, like I said, the one thing that Debra did exceedingly well, and she did many things exceedingly well, but was she put together a really great cast of people and crew people who just wanted to be there and wanted to do their best and have fun. And she was the captain of the ship, and she set the example for just everybody being nice and warm, and you felt like you were being cared for, and that's always a good feeling.
Well, we need to jump ahead to this. We got to talk about this.
Oh, Hearts of Darkness. Yes.
Darkness. Look at that shirt.
Careful,
First
you got the
off,
mic there.
Yeah. Between you as a cackle queen and Allie, I want to give Allie cheek pinches every time I see that
Well,
smiley face.
She just got married.
Yeah, I said to Adam in a text, I said, I would have offered her eons of cheek pinches.
Well, I think she settled for something else, but that's a generous offer. Yeah. Well, she's just got married, and she's trying to set up her life. So we haven't even really seen her that much. We saw her a couple weeks ago when we were shooting Adam's brother Kip. We were shooting his interview for the thing, and we just about got all the interviews. There's just like a few more. And the sad thing is we had so many of them done, so much of it ready to go. And then COVID, just 2 years of where we couldn't do anything, because you couldn't be in somebody's home to interview them. And all the interviews that we did were in person. We didn't want to start doing them over Zoom and stuff like that. It would take away from the integrity of the film. So yeah, it's frustrating for us, because the fans are waiting and we're waiting, but again, we're really close to just the last couple interviews, and then it goes to our editor, and I do not envy him at all, because each one of the interviews, when you're actually interviewing, are about an hour long, and he's got to go through and pick out the best stuff and figure out how to put it all together and mix it. And then of course Adam will then look at it and say, no, this goes here and this one's, but he's got to do the initial cut, and he is going to have so much footage. It's I say a little prayer for him, because that's not going to be fun.
I seen all the pictures, and I'm going to say this, and Bobby Heckman and I have talked about this, because he gets the Allie thing. Every time you see a crowd of you guys on, there's Allie, big smile on her face, just up there in the front. That's where I get the cheek pinches. You just want to reach out.
She is, besides being really nice and funny, she just has such a wonderful, genuine heart. And she and Adam work together so well. They just have that, brother sister comedy feeling together.
But what works so well is that nobody knew who she was, and when they started doing the live feeds, she just came, because she just naturally funny, and people were talking about her.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she obviously tickled me a lot, not
I've heard.
Not
I
physically,
have heard
but
that.
yeah, I like the cheek pinching. It's not a romantic thing. It's just like you just want to, or go like that to the river. There's a reason I'm single.
Well, and the other thing is, she's very petite, and that just makes it even cuter.
Yeah.
I think she's 5'5", maybe. So
she could double for a Smurf.
I did not say that. I did not say that at all. Don't you put words in my mouth, Greg. Don't you do it.
I better get a drink on that one.
See, God got you for that one.
Yeah, Adam Marcos is gonna laugh at that one. I like Allie. I think she is a discovery. I'm glad you guys found her. I think she's awesome. She needs to be involved in everything you guys do.
Well, we would love to have her involved in everything we do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And married or not, cheek pinches
All around. Cheek
all
pinches all
around.
around. Well, I'll tell you what, next time I see her, I will pinch her cheek for you. I'll just go up to her and grab her cheek and go, this is from Greg. He says hi.
Yeah. I tell you one thing though, and I know I've had some texts back and forth with Adam a few times. I've had Lindsay Hollister on here a couple times. Love her. I can't wait for Fat Camp Massacre.
Oh,
I'm excited for that.
Neither can we. We are on a search because it's a very female centric film. And we're really kind of trying to find the perfect female director for it. And we haven't yet. Who are you pointing at? Are you pointing at me?
Yes.
No. No. No.
Okay. I have a solution.
Put Adam in a dress.
That's right.
Yeah, well.
Instead of Adam, he could be Eve, Marcus.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that may happen. That may happen. But right now we've just got a lot of projects going on and we just got involved. Oh, I'm really excited about, a fellow Canadian. Okay, I have like 2 minutes. So I'll tell you really quick. Do you know who Doug Henning is?
Yes.
Okay. Well, a lot of people don't know who Doug Henning is, but he's what made magic cool again. And you wouldn't have Penn and Teller or David Copperfield or any of these guys without your fellow Canadian, Doug Henning. And we have just connected with 2 people who are making a documentary about him. And Skeleton Crew is coming on board with them for that. And I'm so excited because he has such an interesting life story and people just don't know it. And who he's worked with. And I can't give anything away because I don't want to spoil anything. But the people who are making the documentary have already put together a bunch of interviews and footage and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to be a part of that. We all are.
Or you guys go work with the Trailer Park Boys. I will see the Trailer Park Boys with the Cackle Queen.
You have seen the Trailer Park Boys with the Cackle Queen. Again,
an encore.
Encore. Well, let me call up Jimmy Kimmel and see if I can make that happen again.
Yeah. Do you got any charities you want to plug and promote on here?
I don't have any specific charities. I give to animal charities a lot, but I think right now with what's going on overseas, anything that anyone can do to help Ukraine, give. I mean, those poor people, they're displaced. They need everything. And all the things that we take for granted, soap, they need those things. So that would be my fervent wish, is that if you are going to give to help Ukraine. Yeah.
Okay. So you're just about ready to pack her up, huh?
I am, darling. I have to run.
I got 2 things before I let you go.
Okay.
Number 1, please do a cackle for me. Do a cackle.
Oh my God, I got
cackle.
Stop. Let me. There you go.
There you go. That was so perfect. Number 2, do a plug for my show.
All of you people out there, you got to watch Greg, Python's Paradise. He's awesome.
Absolutely. We are listening to Debra Sullivan, who I've nicknamed the Cackle Queen. If you've
Yes, you
seen,
are the only one.
if you watch Secret Santa, you'll know why. Watch Deborah in Secret Santa. She is among a talented cast in this movie, and I'm hoping to get more people from this movie. You tell Peppy to you tell her come
Pippi,
on in. Peppy.
not Peppy. She's not a skunk. Pippi.
She doesn't hop up and down.
No. She doesn't fall in love with the cats either. It's Pippi, Pippi. Pippi.
She'll fall in love with Skittles.
Like Pippi Longstocking. Just remember, you have to think of
Pippi
that.
Longstocking. Yep. Yeah.
All right, my dear, thank you so much. It was wonderful to see you and talk to you, and best of luck with your new job. I'm very excited for you.
I'm waiting for them to bring the Secret Santa people in there on the stretchers.
No, that's okay. We're going to stay out of the hospital, though.
I'm like, jeepers, what is wrong with them? Where to begin? But you know what? I appreciate you coming on here tonight. It was wonderful. And I bid you and Adam good luck. Maybe I'll have you both on sometime in the spring or something. Anyway, God bless you. Thank you so much.